What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it's been a little bit since we talked some cheap fragrance alternatives, and in this video I've got 6. Why not 10? Because 6, these particular 6, when I was looking at it, made sense. Now some of these you might possibly expect as an alternative when you see the original we're finding an alternative for, and some of these maybe you never thought about giving a shot. Now let me explain alternative. These are not clones. These are fragrances that have similar profiles, I would say mostly similar profiles, that would be worn for the same situations, with the same attire, in the same season. So again, not clone of, alternative to. And even though I just explained that, my comment section is still going to make me laugh. So with that said, let's dive into these 6. Stay tuned. Let's start things off easy, at least I think easy. So, Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Beau Eau de Toilette. A lot of fans of this one, right? Coconut, bergamot, powdered sweet tonka bean. This is a very popular fragrance, and there's some clones out there, don't get me wrong. But what if you have Le Beau, you really like this style, and you'd like to add to, instead of try to replace? Well, in this instance, this past year, Lattafa managed to put an original out that a lot of people like to compare to it, and it's really cheap now. It's around 25 bucks already. It's Asad Zanzibar. Now, does this smell exactly like Le Beau? No. To some people it does. I don't understand those people, but to some people it does. Because it does have coconut. It is on the aquatic side. It's not near as sweet. It has a little bit of iris. It does have a nice powdery tone to it. A bit more, like much more, than something like this. As well as this incense accord, this kind of smoke. It's either the Gaiac wood or incense, I don't remember. But I've always said the dry down kind of smells like roasted tonka beans, because you have this vanilla with the smoky nuance. It's aquatic, it's watery, it's not the creamy, like sunscreen-esque type of coconut. It's actually a really good fragrance. Performs really well, and it's already super cheap. It smells great. Like, dare I say, this is one of the best fragrances Lattafa's ever had. I don't know who's going to agree with me. I don't know who's going to disagree with me. That's how I feel. I feel like this is a home run fragrance for them, and anybody that was looking to get kind of a lot of what Le Beau can bring to the table with some differences, some different nuances, and honestly better performance. I find this is a much better performer, and it's much more affordable. Gotta love that the natural lighting's cranking up to change the exposure mid-sentence. Gotta love it, you know, because some of you are like, why'd that change so much? Sun's moving from a cloud, I guess. So, but anyways, if you haven't given this one a shot, I highly encourage doing so, because I think it's a damn good fragrance for the money. Again, that's Lattafa, Asad Zanzibar. This next one kind of reminds me of a combination of 2 fragrances. Most notably, there's my little mini bottle of Xerjoff's Herba Pura, and I do get a lot of Mancera's Instant Crush in this fragrance as well. So, put them together, and what have you got? You've got Borouj Mysterious. From Dumont. This smells like highlights of both. You get sweet, you get floral, you get very fruity, tropical, juicy. This is fan-frickin-tastic. It's a monster performer. Love the bottle. Hefty quality build. Great atomizer. Like I said, really good performance. Smells great. Quality's decent here as well. Pretty good quality. This line in particular, I think, is Dumont's best line when it comes to quality, presentation, performance. Just all the boxes are checked with the Borouj line. And this is one that really stands out to me. Like, maybe you don't want to drop the like 90 bucks you can get this for. A little over 100 to get a 50 ml of, this is a 15, but to get a 50 ml of Herba Pura, you like those fragrances, or you like either or, you'll probably enjoy this one, because it does the job of both really, really well, at least in my opinion. And honestly, it smells on par with the quality of both, if nothing else, better quality than Mancera Instant Crush, because that's got a ton of amberwood, strong synthetic oil in it that kind of, don't get me wrong, Instant Crush smells amazing. That's why we're talking about it in the first place, but that smells like a more chemically synthetic fragrance than this to me. And this is around 50 bucks before any discounts. You definitely want to spend more than that on either of those, especially the Xerjoff. So maybe consider this one. It's Dumont's Borouj Mysterious. Now, the alternative that I have for this one is probably going to surprise a lot of you. And you're going to have to walk with me on this path for a bit. We're talking Sauvage EDT. So, some people are tired of it. Some people think it's played out. Some people love it. I still love it. It's a hit in this household. Wife's a big fan, right? Shower gel, metallic, citric, peppered, all that good stuff. Beast performer. But, let's say you don't want to spend the money. 100 mLs like this, you're still going to spend $80, $90 from discounters. You're still going to spend a decent amount of money on this. So for around $35 to $40, you can get something that has some similarities with some other nuances. We're talking about Coach Green here. Coach for Men Green, I know. Some of you are probably like, well, why not Coach for Men? Coach for Men, there's something else I would recommend that for. That's not in this video. But with this smells like a combination of like elements of Parfums de Marly Greenly with Sauvage at its base. It smells like it's got a nice hit of ambroxan, that nice shower gel hit. You have stuff like kiwi, as well as like some rosemary that gives it this like green spice, adds to the green feel. So you do get peppered spice here. Here you get a little bit of a green spice going on with kiwi. Again, very different fruity note in fragrance. You don't see a whole lot of kiwi often used. They don't list ambroxan, but it smells clear as day ambroxan to me anyhow. And we'll give it a little spritz on the hand. See that? It's like green Sauvage, very much. That's why when I was thinking Sauvage, this one popped in my head, and I was like, I wonder how many people would recommend this as an alternative. I'm going to, because I do think it does a really good job. If maybe you like this, maybe you're tired of this, but you don't want to get too far away from it. You'd like to keep some of it with some new stuff involved, for lack of a better term, like mix it up, this with some other things going on. That's what you're going to get here. Now, you're not going to get the same level of performance. You're also not going to pay near the same price. So keep that in mind. This one's an average performer at best, but it smells really damn good, and it still probably gets you some compliments. And it's Coach for Men Green. Now, a personal favorite of mine from the house of Xerjoff would be Renaissance. Renaissance is minty citrus, watery fresh, just mouth-watering type of citrus. This is pure magnificence in a bottle. It is. I would encourage you, even if you're looking for an alternative, try this still. Get the experience. This is amazing. Be warned, you're probably going to want a bottle. But let's say you want a similar experience. You don't want to spend near as much money. Well, fortunately, Moschino put out a fragrance recently that offers some key elements that are similar without being the exact same fragrance. So here we're talking about Moschino's Toy 2 Pearl. Yep, the teddy bear bottle with this, teal to purple gradients going on. Iridescence, if you will. So why this one? Well, the cypress note in here gives a little bit of a minty freshness. You have lemon sorbet, which offers this juicy yet creamy citrus smell. So not the exact same type of citrus, but there's similarities here that I think make for a great alternative, that this is already an affordable fragrance, even though it's a newer release from them. Because it's Moschino. They tend to get pretty cheap from discounters for the most part. It's around 50 or 60 bucks. You can get the bigger bottle. This is the 50 ml that you can get for around $45, $50 range. I think I paid for this. And you're going to pay a lot less than you would for something like this. Now, is it the exact same fragrance? No, that's the point of the alternative. We're not looking for clones. We're looking for affordable alternative experiences that are similar to but not the same. And I think with Toy 2 Pearl, you're going to get something very similar to but not the same as Xerjoff Renaissance. Similar performance too. This one actually falls in that 6 to 8 hour range. It doesn't change a whole lot. It's pretty linear, which honestly Renaissance doesn't change a whole lot. Kind of two-staged. You get something similar here because what you get in the opening, you get for a few hours before it transitions to a softer woody base with a little bit of sweetness. This is a really good fragrance that nobody gives a chance. So if you're looking for a really good, affordable alternative that's going to give you some similarity to Renaissance, check out Moschino's Toy 2 Pearl. Now this one should go without saying, but we're going to say it anyway. Creed Original Vetiver. My recent pickup. That's why the bottle's so full. I got this recently. I've only worn this bottle one time. I finally stopped procrastinating of the multiple decants I've had over the years and got a bottle. Also, for those of you wondering, I thought you had the silver cap. Shout outs to Miss Heather. She sent me a black cap because it does look better with the black cap. But the age-old thing is Mugler Cologne is the great affordable way to smell the same. Even though Mugler Cologne came out first, yada, yada, yada. I get it. But they discontinued Terra Mugler Cologne. Well, Mugler Cologne come together is the same fragrance. Even though they don't list the same notes, they only list 2 notes. It's still green citrus, soapy white floral neroli, clean musk, fresh green petitgrain type of smell. It's that same soapy clean that Mugler Cologne always was. I do have the old bottle. In fact, let me grab it and show you just for reference. I do have the old Mugler Cologne. It's the same. It is the same. So if you were looking for this, you just get this. This is around 50 bucks. Was what I paid from Fragrance Buy. I don't know if it's in stock currently. I'll link it down below. But the only real difference here is obviously you're going to get a better quality with Creed. But the dry down's the difference, because this has this elegant vetiver oil that's used here that gives it a semi-earthy tone. Again, it makes it a bit more elegant, whereas this relatively linear stays just fresh and woodsy. They are not exactly the same fragrance. This is kind of more clone of, stepping outside of what I was saying with alternatives. It's still got some differences, but overall it's pretty much the same profile. So technically I'm breaking my own rule here. That's why it's 6 instead of 5. Was I really wanted to talk about this because I love having both. I've been wearing both. Actually, I've been wearing this one more. So if you were ever wanting to get this, you don't have to spend the money. You can get this, and you're going to get the same experience with Mugler Cologne come together. And last but not least, we're talking Dior Homme Cologne. And it's not going to be the usual suspects. So, wow, the sun brightened up so much. I hope this doesn't look too bad on the playback, because in the raw footage that I'm looking at, stop. Stop it. When I started recording, this was not the case. This is the problem with using natural lighting sometimes. Lemonade. It's that simple. It smells like lemonade. It's been heralded for years. Now, for the smaller bottle, $14 and some change. Even the 100 ml is going to run you low 20s. There's the lighting that was started recording with. Thank you. I paid $14.40 for this, I believe is what it was from Fragrance Buy. It smells like fresh cut lemons, clean musk, and fresh white florals. That's not the exact note breakdown, but that's what it smells like. This is called Happy Chopard's Lemon Dulce. I love this fragrance. What a great, a little bit of a dent. I like to wear it out the shower. I like to wear it to the gym. I like to wear it when I don't need crazy performance. Because you ain't getting crazy performance out of this either. You know, 4 or 5 hour fragrance type of thing. Same here. Falls in that 3 to 5 hour range. But it's fresher. It's even fresher than Dior Homme Cologne, and I kind of like it better, to be honest with you. It's cheaper, and that's not plastic. That is glass, this cap. This is an awesome bottle. It's actually, this is a 40 ml. It's like a, if I throw this at you, I'm going to crack your skull. This is a weapon, okay? But that's not the important thing here. The important thing is the price and the scent profile. It's technically a women's fragrance. Don't let that detour you and fool you. It's not a feminine fragrance, not to me. When I say a fresh white floral smell, I don't even remember florals being listed. I'm sure there's a little bit, but it has this clean, musky tone with fresh cut lemons. It smells absolutely amazing. So instead of getting Dior Homme Cologne for a fraction of the cost, and a better smell in my opinion, get Happy Chopard's Lemon Dulce. Well, that was the 6. Technically 5 alternatives and 1 clone to make 6. That I wanted to discuss with you guys today. So I appreciate you checking out the video. If you're interested in any of these, I'll try to have them linked down below. I can't guarantee current stock on anything, but I'll definitely link them down below for you guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe before you leave. And before we go, of course, the sun had to crank up one more time on me to change the exposure. What a fun video, right? So thank you guys once again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next time. Y'all have a good one.